You want me to put that on my todger?
This One's Wife. Now it's Lilibet Inc. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. In news that won't surprise anybody whatsoever, This One's Wife hints at starting a business with 3-year-old daughter Lilibet. Unsurprising that the narcissist deems that it is acceptable to exploit her daughter in this manner. Remember, as a mid-range type A narcissist, This One's Wife does not believe that she's exploiting her daughter. She doesn't have the emotional empathy safeguards to recognize that that is the case, nor does she have the higher function of cognitive empathy to realize that that would be perceived as a problem. Her narcissism simply gives her the green light to utilize her child in this way. Of course, there are those that don't accept that such a child exists, but on the basis that she does, it is no surprise whatsoever to find a narcissist utilizing a child in this way. A 3-year-old being used for business purposes. Nika Shakhnarova, writing in the New York Post, tells us, This One's Wife could soon have a new business partner, her very own daughter, Lilibet. The Duchess of Sussex spoke to Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, about her business mindset. Well, that must have taken all of 3 seconds. In a bonus episode of her shite podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. During the episode, she hinted that she's considering building something. Why? What's she going to be doing? Pinching Harry's Lego bricks. Building something with her 3-year-old daughter in the future. I wonder if one day I'll be in business with Lily and we'll build something, she told Knowles, who spoke about founding hair care brand Sacred with her famous daughter. Well, I'm surprised that Tina Knowles got a word in edgeways, but here we are once again, This One's Wife, spouting twat-wafflery nonsense as she explains that she may well go into business with her daughter, triangulating the audience with her daughter for the purposes of assertion of control, and drawing fuel by way of the reactions, similarly triangulating Tina Knowles with her daughter. Remember, when the narcissist is interacting with another human being or contemplating such an interaction, there is a manipulation. It might be benign, it's often malign, but it is a manipulation because it's all about what the narcissist needs, reference the prime aims. Here, she's crapping on, speculating about the possibility of going into business with her daughter. Her narcissism doesn't say, hang on a second, that doesn't sound very good, saying you want to get into business with your daughter. She's only 3 years old. That might not land well with the listeners. No, This One's Wife, through this awful podcast series, wants to ensure the world knows that she has founded a business and therefore she is a capable titan of commerce. Therefore, she has to talk about things that, such as, I might go into business with my daughter, because that has all of the certainty of a chocolate fire guard resisting the heat of a fire. She just pumps it out there and it floats in the ether. Its purpose to operate in the now, and it's irrelevant whether it actually happens or not, because it isn't about it actually happening. It's about utilizing a potential future act for the purposes of asserting control and drawing fuel in this particular moment. She states, you know you have disagreements, and you have to. I'm the one to always cave, explained Tina Knowles. If my kids are mad at me, I can't take it. I'll cave. If we have a disagreement, it's her business, so she gets the win. It's unclear exactly which business This One's Wife hopes to join forces on with her daughter. The former actress is likely referring to her lifestyle brand As Ever, which she launched in March. For me at the moment with As Ever, it was great. We plan. Really? It looks absolutely cack-handed. We planned for a year. How embarrassing. And then everything sells out in 45 minutes. Yeah. Manufactured scarcity, as we know, which, yes, amazing, great news. Noel's chimed in, but then what do you do then? And then you say, okay, we planned as best we could. Are we going to replenish and sell out again in an hour? Or is that annoying as a customer? Ah, so this one's wife admits that she's annoying her customers. Have we suddenly got an outbreak of insight? No, because she's only saying it in the moment to make it seem like she cares. We all know that she doesn't. I'm looking at it. Just pause. That happened. Let's wait until we are completely stable and we have everything we need, she added. Completely stable, where she's talking about herself, you'll certainly have a long wait. What is she referencing? Does she mean that there are supply issues? Hardly a surprise, given the cack-handed way that this business has been run. Is it the case that Netflix have said, we're not putting any more money into this? We've given you some money for the startup of it all, but that's it. That's your lot. Is she looking to gain further investment? Is that what she means by stability? Naturally, with this one's wife, she's suitably vague because narcissists often take vestige in the vague because it allows for plausible deniability. The point is, this one's wife is now dropping in there the potential for her to go into business in some way with her daughter. The most likely thing would be in respect of fashion, although she singularly failed in that regard, both in terms of trying to be a fashion icon and falling foul of at least two clothing producers in relation to the utilisation of the name. Once again, this one's wife exploits her daughter, utilising her in the moment without any due regard for any actual plans. She just spouts this nonsense because her narcissism demands it of her, to enable her to get what she requires in the moment. But it also, yet again, demonstrates why she's such a failure. On the one hand, she's stepping back from as ever. Then she's restocking with as ever. Now she's talking about going into business at some point with her daughter. What is your business? What is it doing? Where is it going? Is this another rebrand? Is this rebrand number 532, which now involves Lilibet? You can see how this woman is not calculating in the slightest. Yes, she has an overriding idea of what she wants to be. Queen of the world, Empress of woke, outgunning Catherine, hugely wealthy, Hollywood A-lister, all of that jazz. But she can't calculate her way to achieve any of that because her narcissism isn't designed that way. Her narcissism is designed to focus in the moment. And there's another example of this where in her rubbish podcast, she talks about going into business with her daughter, but doesn't have any idea what it might be, what that might look like. She just throws it out there, floats it into the air as she talks to Tina Knowles or talks at her, and that is the consequence. She also, of course, gives away that she's annoying her customers, and there's clearly supply issues because the business is not stable, once again demonstrating that for someone who supposedly planned for a year, this business ought to be filed under clusterfuck. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.